Yeah. Hey, look. I bring her money to change the topic. I got a 19 in your food in my pocket. She gave me a number, now I got a pocket. I'm mixing the pretty bills in with the pop. Sorry, I thought that'd look smoother. But, sup, fuckers? Welcome to Call the Game. It's your boy Shade here. And as you can see, we're not in the normal studio. Nope, we are live in my car because my middle class got canceled because happy Yom Kippur. Shout out Professor Marcus for being Jewish. Thank you for giving us off today. Happy fasting. Hope you're enjoying Yom Kippur. Anyway, so we got some stuff to talk about. The NFL season's been very interesting so far, as well as the college football season. And we got some basketball stuff we're gonna talk about too later on. But yeah, let's get right into it. Yes, yes. We're actually live in my car. For those who are wondering, how the hell am I recording right now? Well, obviously I don't need Wi-Fi to record on camera, right? But the recording audio part I do on a website. How am I doing that? I'm currently connected from my computer onto my hotspot. Dad, I'm sorry. So we got some talked about, but there is a lot of season ending injuries, unfortunately. We got Aaron Rodgers, which, as you can see, has clearly ruined the Jets season because unless they trade for a better quarterback, literally anybody, anybody. Zach Wilson ain't it. Like, I've been off the Zach Wilson train. I thought he could freaking step up after Aaron Rodgers went down. Clearly he can't. So, yeah, no, he's done. They got to upgrade somehow. Whether if it's trading for Kirk Cousins, even picking up Carson Wentz, literally anybody. Anybody. Obviously, they claimed apparently Matt Ryan reached out to them. I don't know. He said otherwise. I believe that. I think he's done. But yeah, that sucks. Even Nick Chubb too. We have the Kareem Hunt signing because of that. Nick Chubb's injury was brutal, dude. Oh my god. Nah, that was actually nuts. Watching it slower, ugh, it did not look good at all. We're also freaking J.K. Dobbins, who's just injury prone at this point. Trayvon Diggs got tore his ACL in practice the other day, unfortunately. Chauncey Gardner Johnson, I miss him on the Eagles. We should have fucking I don't we should have re-signed him. He had 6 picks last year. And he was out for like 6 games. And imagine if he played more. But nah. And speaking of Eagles secondary, Vontae Maddox, unfortunately, we lost for the year. We also got Shaq Thompson from the Panthers, Jack Conklin from the Browns, as well as Mike Williams. They made official earlier today, unfortunately. He's done for the year after getting hurt yesterday, unfortunately. But yeah, no, this is fucking insane. Obviously, the injuries are normally bad, but the fact that there are what is it, 9 guys? There might be more than that. I'm just forgetting. At least 9 guys are out for the season already. And we're 3 weeks in. 3 weeks. That's nuts. That is nuts. Oh my god, my nose. So fucking itchy. Why is my nose itchy? Fuck. Alright, yo, we gotta talk about college football so far. Just going back to obviously this past weekend was pretty sick, but we got to go all the way back to week 2 first. Before I talk about that, I got to talk about Penn State real quick. I fuck with Penn State, but Drew Lar is a fucking beauty. Future #1 overall pick potentially. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, no. Let's start week 2. The best game of that. Well, should have been closer, but Bama, Texas. The Quinn Ewers masterclass. I took Texas +7 with confidence. Listen, Jalen Monroe isn't playing. Honestly, anyone. Who the fuck is her? I think it's Jalen Monroe right now. He is not, unfortunately, not playing as good or even to the level like Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Tua, even Jalen Hurts when they had him. He's not on that level. I know that for a fact.
He just hasn't looked as good to start the year. But yeah, I mean, they looked good. He looked solid against Ole Miss, that's for sure. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but dude, Colorado, bro. Dude, it's unfortunate what happened to Travis Hunter. Come on. That hit was clearly dirty as fuck, but there's no need for death threats, bro. He's just a human being trying to live out his dream playing college football. Nah, that ain't it. It's classic old rivalry, but at the end of the day, I just hope Travis Hunter's doing all right. We'll be back in a couple weeks, so it's all good. I just need to win one more game, and I win $40, because I wish I threw more money on it, but nah, I took over the summer, I threw some money on freaking, what was it? The Colorado over 3.5 wins. I'm like, yo, that is free money. I think I threw $20 on it to be safe. I wish I threw more. But yeah, dude, Shadir Sanders is a Heisman candidate. I hope he keeps it up because he's looked pretty good. Dude, Coach Prime, bro. Honestly, no, let's go to week 4. No, let's talk about that game real quick. So, dude, it was over. It was over before the game even started, especially with Dan Lanning's speech. They're playing for clicks, we're playing for wins. He was livid. Like, he was going off at them before the game. No. It was over before it even started. What was it? I think the final score was like 42-6. I mean, they were up 35, what was it, 35 nothing at halftime. Travis Hunter was well missed, and he's going to be this upcoming week too. It's going to be even worse for them. Caleb Williams is going to goopy on them real quick. But yeah, no, it's crazy to me. They were talking about how Bo Nix is like, oh, he's so old, like this, that, blah, blah, blah. He's so old. Dude, he's only a fifth year. The fuck are you talking about? Jordan Travis, well, I guess he redshirted. Oh, I guess he redshirted 1 year and then he transferred like not even too long his freshman year. He's a sixth year by college standards. Because he's got to be fucking 24 next month. But yeah, no. You can't be talking about fucking Bo Nix being that old in college when we had fucking Stetson Bennett and Hendon Hooker just last season. Yeah, no. Bo Nix has looked pretty good as well to start the year. That damn Ole Miss game. Dude, I took Ole Miss +7. I'm very disappointed. Listen, I didn't think they were going to win. Listen, they were up for a while, and then Bama unfortunately pulled away at the end. But Ole Miss really blew for me Saturday, and then Notre Dame, bro. Notre Dame, the Ohio State game, dude. Notre Dame blew it, bro. Like Ohio State literally won the very last second without any timeouts. Like that's wild, bro. Fuck that pass to fucking get him within the 10-yard line too was pretty nice. Um, dude, I'm so pissed. Dude, Sam Hartman's also looked pretty good for them. I don't know why he left Wake Forest, but it was definitely a very good decision for him. Very good defensive game on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's what it was expected to be a low scoring game. Marcus Freeman, I mean, he's a defensive guy. I feel like also too, Kyle McCord is not on the level of CJ Stroud or Justin Fields, but he was solid in that game for sure. And also Utah and UCLA. That was a really good game as well. Another solid ranked matchup. Their both their defenses went off as well, but I think yeah, Utah ended winning that game. But yeah, no, for sure. Nah, you know what's crazy? There are some teams on my playoff preseason prediction that honestly I don't see making the playoffs at the rate they're playing. I mean, look at the AFC East team I picked. You got the Jets. I mean, do I even need to go there, dude? They're fucked. They're so fucked. Zach Wilson looks terrible. That Dalvin Cook signing was pointless because they already had a franchise caliber running back in Brees Hall. I feel bad for Garrett Wilson, bro, because he's looked really good to start the season, and he's got fucking Zach Wilson throwing the ball to him, bro. Can't. Their defense is still really good though. I mean, even looking yesterday against the Pats, they held them down just like they did last year, but too bad. The Pats fucking own them still. Even though I think if they had Aaron Rodgers, Jets could have swept them this year. Or at least won a game, you know. But another team, dude, the Bears, bro. Listen, I didn't think the Bears were gonna make the playoffs, but I thought they're gonna be more competitive. Like, I thought the Tremaine Edmonds signing and TJ Edwards signing would help their defense a lot. No, their defense has looked awful, dude. Holy fuck. They just been getting cooked. I mean, yes, especially yesterday against the Chiefs. Bro, listen, if you're getting cooked by fucking Baker Mayfield, there's no coming back for that. Justin Fields hasn't helped himself either. They were I mean, I wasn't saying he was an MVP candidate, but he could have made a jump. Solid enough for them be in playoff contention, especially after they went out and traded for DJ Moore this offseason. Nah, nope, that's not the case. Honestly, they should have just stayed at one and took Will Anderson. That's just the way I'm seeing it. He would have tremendously helped their defense. And honestly, and then Texans would have ended up with Bryce Young, who looked nah to start the year. I mean, CJ Stroud. Oh my God, I knew it. Listen, I get it. We're 3 games in, but he's looked really good. Too bad he's on the fucking Texans, who are gonna win like 4 games max this season. But dude, it's nuts, dude. What is he at? Does he have like 900 yards already? What is it? 900 yards, at least 3 touchdowns. Wasn't he like? I think it was like the third QB of all time to have at least 900 passing yards in his first 3 games. Him, Cam Newton, and Justin Herbert. I could be completely wrong about that, but dude, it sucks he's on the Texans. But listen, watch out for them next year. That's all I gotta say. But no, Anthony Richardson, I was so wrong about him. I thought he was gonna be a bust until the Colts took him, which he's looking good under Steichen. That's what he needed. A guy like Steichen who just was with an mobile QB just like Hurts. He's an offensive minded guy. Perfect coach for Anthony Richardson. That was a solid pick right there. I mean, dude, I like Bryce Young, dude, but it's like, dude, he looks like a midget on the football field. I mean, I think it said he's like 5'10". I don't believe that for a minute, bro. And then the Vikings, dude. The Vikings, they're 0-3. They can still sneak in, but they're talking about trading Kirk Cousins because he's on his last year of the deal. They might as well just fucking do it and call it quits. But I don't know. The Vikings are a weird team. Their defense is so ass. Another team with speaking of teams with good offenses and shitty defenses, Chargers, bro. Brandon Staley should have been fired after last season, but their offense is so good. Their defense is good on paper, but when it comes time to play, they can't compete. They blow the amount of leads they blow is unreal. Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James is a top 3 safety in the NFL. Oh shit. No, I got that mic warning. But who else am I thinking of? Sorry. Asante Samuel is a solid corner as well. Sorry, I'm blanking. But dude, it's just the Chargers need to step it up. Brandon Staley needs to do better as a coach. Speaking of coaches that need to do better, yo, Matt Canada, fuck is he still with the Steelers? He sucks. He's such a bad offensive coordinator. But you know what I saw? Apparently, Mike Tomlin's son played for him in college. Yeah, nepotism at its finest. But at the end of the day, I did see yesterday that he's gonna be working closer with Pickett, which isn't the move at all. But hey, nepotism, man. And then fucking dude, Buccaneers have been a surprise so far, but that's gonna change tonight. That's for sure. Baker Mayfield has also looked pretty good. Their defense has stepped up. I mean, Devin White, he requested a trade beginning of the season. I think what was it? Was it after? Yeah, it was after last week's game. He was like, "Yeah, I kind of regret that trade request. Our defense has looked really good so far. It's been fun here." Dude, oh, speaking of defenses who should have been really good. Oh my God. Broncos defensive coordinator should have been fired after yesterday. 70 points on you. Fucking that rookie running back, Devon Achane. I think that's his name. How you say his name. What he had? 200 rushing yards. Probably had like, I don't know, 40 receiving yards. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Lucky I had Raheem Mostert drop 45 for me in fantasy. Basically sealed the week for me. But no, the Dolphins are gonna win the AFC East. He's if he stays healthy, he honestly could win the MVP, and I would back him up any day. But yeah. Also, in case you're wondering where I'm at, I'm in the Hamilton Mall parking lot. So yeah, that's that. Also, Bengals, bro, what is going on? They shouldn't have rushed Joe Burrow back. I need Jamar Chase to have a really good game for me tonight in fantasy, or else I look like a clown for drafting him at 2 and picking Joe Burrow to win MVP and Jamar Chase to win Offensive Player of the Year. Because at this rate, there is no shot that is happening. And the Bengals winning the division, honestly, at the rate they're playing, I don't see that happening. But come on, they're still going to make the playoffs. And speaking of the Bengals, I'm taking the Bengals and the Eagles tonight. The Eagles, there's no way we're losing to Baker Mayfield. That's all I gotta say. Bengals aren't going down 0-3. The Rams look a lot better than they did last year, but come on, even if Joe Burrow doesn't play, I just can't see the Bengals going down 0-3. But yeah. So heading into week 4, just I got a couple picks for you. Thursday night game we got Lions Packers. Give me the Lions. They're the best team in that division right now. And this week, they're going to prove why. Jordan Love's looked solid to start the year, but the Lions, they smoked the Falcons yesterday. The Lions have a really good roster on both sides of the ball. Their especially the defense. Their defense stepped up yesterday. When they had one of the worst defenses in the NFL last year. Lions money line minus 125. Lock that in. Taking a look at another divisional matchup, we got Ravens Browns. The Browns are favored, but I'm taking the Ravens plus 2.5. I think they're the better team right now. Lamar's gonna go fucking nuts, and this is gonna be a fun game to watch. That's for sure. It's definitely gonna be very close, but Ravens. Another divisional matchup. Wait, most of these are divisional matchups. I'm not locking this in as a pick, but I'm going, I would say, lean towards Dolphins plus 2.5 over the Bills. I think they're going to prove why they're the better team this week. And then Saints Buccaneers, give me Saints money line minus 160. Again, they're the better team. They're going to show why. Jameis Winston is, especially with Derek Carr out, Derek Carr is probably not going to play this week. Jameis Winston's going to fucking go off on his former team. But yeah, give me those guys for sure. So I was gonna give you my NBA predictions today, but I think it's kind of a little early for that. But this you might argue this is a little early for as well. But I kind of want to have some fun with this. Here's who I think is gonna represent USA next year in the Olympics. So obviously, we know this is going to be LeBron's last Olympic. The obvious one's out of the way. LeBron, obviously, this is the opportunity. We get to see him, Curry, and KD all play together. They're hyping this up, saying, "Oh, this is the next dream team." Listen, there's a few guys that LeBron wants. Also, I gotta get this out of the way too. You got for those who don't know, Joel Embiid for some reason has eligibility to play for Team USA if he wants. I, however, he could also play for France, who just set a deadline at, I believe, October 12th. I don't know why this is shaking so much, but I don't know. My camera's just shaking a little bit. But anyway, So he's either going to play for USA, France, or Cameroon. I'm leaving him off this team, but you already know if he wants to play for USA, he's on the roster for sure. But a couple guys LeBron has hit up who are definitely interested. A couple guys he wants. Jason Tatum, top 10 player in the NBA right now. He definitely deserves to be on the Olympic team again. And another guy he wants is his teammate Anthony Davis, who hasn't played the Olympics since he was not even in the NBA yet. But I think there's a couple centers that I think are more deserving than Anthony Davis. But if he stays healthy, he'll definitely be on the team for sure. And he requested another guy, which you guys might be surprised about with this pick, but I'm going with he wants Draymond, and I agree. I think Draymond should be on the team. I think after seeing how bad the FIBA team was this summer, I think they need a guy like Draymond on this team for sure, especially if they want to have the best Olympic team possible. Yeah, no, they need Draymond on this team for sure. We also got We also got a couple FIBA guys that were just on the FIBA team, but I'm gonna get to those later on. Another guy who was on the last Olympic team, Devin Booker, one of the best, arguably the best two guard in the NBA right now. He's only getting better with age. He's only what is he? He's only 26, 27. Like he's still young as fuck. What people forget, but he's going into his ninth year in the NBA already, which is nuts. And we also got another guy who was on the last Olympic team, who I believe right now is the best center born who not born in yeah born no best center born in America, Bam Adebayo, who was just phenomenal in the playoffs and is he's a fucking stud. He very good shot blocker, huge part in why the Heat made the finals. Yeah, give me Bam Adebayo. That's our centers. For the four spots left, I got three FIBA guys. First guard, come on, this guy deserves a spot. Give me Anthony Edwards. He could be in the MVP. This guy I think could be in the MVP race this season. Dude, Anthony fucking Edwards. He better be on the Olympic team. He's a dog, bro. One of my favorite players right now. He's arguably the funniest player too. Bro, he straight up told A-Rod, how the fuck do you screw up with J-Lo? Nah, he's a fucking dog. He looked unreal. He's probably the best player on the FIBA team too. Yeah, give me Ant. Another guy. I have another wing who was just on the FIBA team as well, who I think is gonna be a first time All Star this year. Give me Mikal Bridges here. I think he's a nice two-way wing, very good three-point shooter, even better defender. What I believe he was the defensive player of the year runner up, not this past season, but the season before. Will be an all-star this year. He averaged like 25, 26 a game once he got to the Nets. Who knows what he's gonna do this year? And then the other FIBA guy have a guard. Give me Tyrese Halliburton. He's a point god, bro. He could fucking throw some lobs to AD or LeBron, anybody. He could fucking very good shooter. Team USA needs him, bro. And then this last guy they need. I was between two guys, Dame and De'Aaron Fox. I'm going De'Aaron Fox. I think they need this guy. Speedy motherfucker. He's gonna be going up and down the court, even though he probably won't be playing as much as the other guys. But with Dame, I think if he wants to play, he will be on. But I kind of heard something that he's not rocking with how LeBron's basically picking who he wants. And I agree. I don't fuck with that shit either. But yeah, no, this is the squad who I think will be representing Team USA. Curry, Booker, Edwards, Halliburton, Fox, as well as LeBron, KD, Tatum, and Bridges. We got Draymond too, as well as Bam Adebayo and Anthony Davis. Yeah, that rounds out the squad. All right, now for our 2022 NFL redraft. Sorry, redraft. One, I got the Jaguars taking Sauce Gardner. He's the best player in the draft. He's gonna be a lockdown corner for years to come. Reigning defensive rookie of the year. He is a cornerstone, not only the Jets defense, but the Jets team itself. At two, I got the Lions taking the same guy they took, Aiden Hutchinson. He should have been the number one pick. They're so lucky the Jags sold and took Trayvon Walker, because if it wasn't for him, they probably wouldn't have even been close to where they were last year. Yeah, give me the Lions taking Aiden Hutchinson. At three, I got the Texans taking Garrett Wilson. They need weapons. He looked very good his rookie year, reigning offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, another receiver there. Give me a four. I got the Jets taking who I originally had at three, but I switched these guys. Give me Tariq Woolen here. Another lockdown corner. Originally went in the fifth round, but he just skyrocketed up because he was that guy from week one. Yeah. At five, I got the Giants taking Chris Olave here. Very good receiver. He's going to be the wide receiver one for the Saints for years to come. He's talented. He's very shifty, very fast. Dude, him and Garrett Wilson are going to be wide receivers one for years to come. Ohio State receivers are different, that's for sure. Six, I got the Panthers taking Ikem Ekwonu. Dude, I saw a mock draft. I saw not a mock draft. I saw a redraft that had going Brock Purdy here. I couldn't disagree more, considering they had Baker and fucking Darnold at the time. He's looking like the best tackle in the draft after his rookie season. Yeah, no, that's what I have going here. At seven, I got the. Dude, why is my camera acting up? I got the Giants taking Kayvon Thibodeau. He's looked unreal. I think he's a monster. He's only gonna get better, but he got hurt. He was the projected number one pick for a while up until then. Yeah. At eight, I got the Falcons going Drake London, who they originally took here. He is the best receiver not named Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. He is he is the only good receiver they have right now. But he wasn't he was kind of inconsistent, not really. But yeah, give me a Drake London here. At nine, I got the Seahawks taking Trayvon Walker, who has should have. Dude, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Very Dude, he fell. He's falling here because he shouldn't have been the number one pick. He was all right. He was all right his rookie season. He adds a lot to that Seahawks shitty defense. But yeah, at 10, I got the Jets taking a different receiver because they lost Garrett Wilson and all the other guys. I got them taking George Pickens. Yeah, you guys might think there should be a different receiver there. I disagree. He's a fucking dog, bro. Him and Pickett are a nice dynamic duo there, and I think he's gonna be the wide receiver one for the Steelers after this year. Yeah. At 11, I got the Commanders. This might be a bold pick here. I got them going Brock Purdy. Their QB1 at the time was Carson Wentz. I didn't think they had a. I don't remember them having another QB outside of him. Oh wait, they had Heineke. Right. No, still. I got Brock Purdy here. At Vikings, or at 12, I got the Vikings going Derek Stingley. Very solid corner. He unfortunately missed the last 9 games, but he's got a lot of potential here, and their Viking secondary is awful, especially at the corner position. At 13, I got the Texans going Tyler Smith. He's a solid tackle coming off a good rookie season with the Cowboys. The Texans originally took another O lineman when they traded down. But yeah. At 14, I got the Ravens going with their original selection in Kyle Hamilton, who looked very solid his rookie year, is only going to get better. At 15, I got the Eagles also going with the guy they took at 13 originally in Jordan Davis, just based off potential. He looked kind of disappointing his rookie year, but I think he's going to be better this year, and he has looked solid to start the year. At 16, I got the Saints going with the guy who was originally here, but the Commanders took him in Jahan Dotson. Chris Olave is off the board, unfortunately, so they took the best receiver available, and Jahan Dotson. At 17, I got the Chargers going with the center, Tyler Linderbaum. Zion Johnson wasn't really cutting it, so I got them going with another interior O lineman, especially at the center spot. They could use that. At 18, I got the Eagles taking a safety, Jalen Petrie, who was originally a second round pick, looked very solid for the Texans as a rookie, but nobody really talks about the Texans. Yeah, they after we missed out on Kyle Hamilton, we pick him up. At 19, I got the Saints going with a different lineman in Abraham Lucas, which he was originally a second round pick to the Seahawks, who had a much better rookie season than their other tackle did, Charles Cross. At 20, I got the Steelers sticking with their OG pick and Kenny Pickett. They needed a QB. I, there's not much to say here. At 21, I got the Pats going with a corner. Believe went with this pick as well, just a different team took him. Trent McDuffie. At 22, I got the Packers going with a guy they took in the second round in Christian Watson. At 23, I got the Cardinals going with an O lineman in Braxton Jones. I got at 24, I got the Cowboys going with a guy who picked off Aaron Rodgers. I believe it was two or three times. I know it was at least twice in Kirby Joseph. 25, I got the Bills going with the guy who would have been the offensive rookie year if he didn't get hurt in Breece Hall. I got at 26, I got the Titans going with a guy who has a lot of potential, but unfortunately he got suspended because of PEDs and was hurt for a majority of his rookie season, and Jamison Williams. At 27, I got the Buccaneers, who ended up trading this pick, going with a D lineman and Jermaine Johnson. At 28, I got the Packers going with the guy who they took at 22 and Quay Walker. At 29, I got the Chiefs going with a safety in Jaquan Brisker. At 30, I got the Chiefs also selecting running back Kenneth Walker. And then at 31, I got the Bengals taking a disappointing O lineman who I think has a lot of potential in Evan Neal. And then at 32, I got the Lions taking a receiver who they need, who could show some potential in Treylon Burke. Yeah. All right, yo. Before we get into our NBA redraft, I gotta say, they need to get fucking traded already. I'm sick of hearing this shit. I literally just saw a report that said the Trailblazers are interested in Grady Dick. When the fuck did they say the Raptors were gonna be a third team interested? I don't know. But yeah, okay. Let's get into our 2022 NBA redraft, which was a lot easier. I mean, not just because I'm more into basketball, because it's a very similar top 10 to how it was in real life. Sorry. At one, I got the Magic. I got the Magic sticking with their guy in Paolo Banchero, reigning Rookie of the Year. I don't need to go deep into this. He could be an all-star this year. That's all I could say. At two, I got the Thunder also sticking with their pick in Chet Holmgren. Dude, he's got so much potential. I think he's gonna be the Rookie of the Year this year. Dude, his skill set. I saw he put on some muscle too. His skill set, he can't be a bust. The only thing keeping him from being a bust is his size. That's it. He is going to be unreal. That's all I gotta say. At three, I got the Rockets going with a guy who originally was a tall pick in Jalen Williams, who was the rookie, their runner up. The average like 20 points a game in the second half of the season. Very they won two Jalen's 2 years in a row. Imagine, but if it's very nice, he looks very good at the four or the three. He could play either or. They probably throw him at the four next to Sengun. He's only gonna get better. He's gonna be really good this year. Although I could see his numbers going down with Chet being fully healthy. But yeah, no, give me that. I got the Kings also at four, sticking to their OG guy in Keegan Murray. He's a very good shooter coming off a very good rookie year. He's only gonna get better, I believe. At five, I got the Pistons going with probably the biggest riser so far in Walker Kessler. He is a block machine, bro. He is a very nice big they could have, and he's only going to get better. He was also, speaking of the FIBA team from earlier, bro, he didn't even fucking play a single minute for them. How the fuck do they bring Bobby Portis and Walker Kessler? They did not fucking use them. Steve Kerr, actually use your fucking bigs. Jaren Jackson Jr. looked awful, bro. How the fuck do you are so bad at rebounding? Yeah. Anyway, so at where was I? Yeah, no, Walker Kessler is going to 5 just after his phenomenal rookie season. Yeah. At 6, I got the Pacers also sticking with their original selection in Benedict Mathurin, coming off a very good rookie season as well. At 7, I got the Trailblazers going with our first guy who has fallen in Jabari Smith Jr. He had a very rocky start to his rookie year. That's why he's falling, but he looked very solid the second half of the season. Well, not really second half, more like the last month or so of the season, and especially the 2 or 3 games he played in summer league, he looked unreal. I think he's going to be solid enough this season to get the job done. At 8, I got the Pelicans going with another faller just because of other guys being better in Jaden Ivey. He had a phenomenal rookie season, and he's a very good two-way guard next to CJ McCollum. And yeah, I'm going Jaden Ivey here for sure. At 9, I got the Spurs, another team sticking their original selection, Jeremy Sochan, who the best one-handed three-throw shooter in the league. Just saying. All right, at 10, I got the Wizards going with a guy who has a lot of potential in Shaedon Sharpe. He wasn't as good as the other guys this rookie season, but once they sat all their duds to start tanking, Shaedon Sharpe really stepped up. And he's probably I think he's gonna start at the 3 for them this year, at least. And then I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. The Trailblazers are a fucking mess right now, especially with the whole Dame situation. Yeah, I got the Wizards going with him there. At 11, I got the Knicks going with Also, NBA pre-draft night trades as well. Knicks going with a big Jalen Duren here. He just bumps up 2 picks. He had a very good rookie season as well. I think he's only gonna get better. I think Jalen Duren. At 12, I got the Thunder going with a guy who just had a better rookie season than his teammate in Torrey Eason. He's got a lot of potential. I think he's a very solid role player for the Rockets. Provides a lot of shooting, a lot of defending. Yeah. I got the At 13, I got the Hornets going with the arguably the biggest steal of the draft in Andrew Nemhard. Looks looked very solid at the 2 next to LaMelo. He was he was a very good point guard off the bench. I think he averaged like 9 points a game off the bench. Yeah. Hey, him and Benedict Mathurin, that's a solid rookie duo off the bench they had last year. Just saying. All right, at 14, I got the Cavs going with a different wing from they originally took an AJ Griffin. You know what? I'm gonna start going rapid fire with these. Fuck it. At 15, I got the Hornets taking their original selection in Mark Williams. At 16, I got the Hawks going with a guy who's falling here in Dyson Daniels. At 17, I got the Rockets going with a guy who looked very good the second half of the year, and who's gonna have an increased role this year in Jaden Hardy. At 18, I got the Bulls going with a guy who just won an NBA championship in Christian Brown. At 19, I got the Timberwolves going with a guy who looked very good the second half of the year. Probably going to have an increased role as well, Malachi Branham. At 20, I got the Spurs going with a guy who was hit or miss his rookie season in Ochai Agbaji. At 21, I got the Nuggets going with a guy who was originally the 11th pick, but I think he's going to do a lot better this year at Usman Deng. At 22, I got Grizzlies taking another Thunder guy in Jalen Williams. At 23, I got the Sixers, who, I mean, we were originally here. We traded our pick for D'Anthony Melton. Love that trade. Looking back, but we take Johnny Davis, who is falling all the way from 10. At 24, I got the Bucks going with the guy who looked very good the second half of the season and is probably going to come off the bench this year, get a good amount of minutes, and Bryce McGowan's at 25 out of the Spurs, taking a wing who I think is going to have a good second year, Marjon Bootcamp. At 26, I got the Mavericks going with another late first guy, David Roddy. At 27, I got the Heat going with their original selection as well, Nikola Jovic. At 28, I got the Warriors going with a big in Christian Koloko. At 29, I got the Grizzlies going with a guy who's going to have increased role this year in Max Christie. And at 30, I got the Thunder going with the guy who was selected here just by a different team, and Peyton Watson, who I also think is going to have a better year this year. So yeah, that rounds it off. Rounds off the mock draft. All right, yo, that's all the time we got for today. But yo, for those who stuck around, thank you for watching. You're real as fuck. Thank you for watching this special episode. Yo, peace, fuckers.